2-minute drill begins now. Welcome again, sports fans. I'm low talking right now to test our audio-visual equipment. They tell me that it can be heard over the good crowd that we have here on hand today. The crowd heard none of that, but that's okay. We are continuing with our summer-long tournament. It wraps up in September. The overall winner could take home nearly $250,000. We are giving away less than $1 billion throughout this contest. And today, in this show, $5,000 to the winner, a possibility of $10,000 if the question of great significance can be answered correctly. Right now, I want to introduce our panel from the good show, Son of the Beach. We have Jamie Bergman with us. Please welcome her. Legendary Willie McCovey, Hall of Famer, is with us. Bobby Hurley, basketball player and horse race man, and gold medalist Bonnie Blair is with us. Jamie, I think interesting note on you, you spell your name with an I in the middle of it, right?
Yes, I do. I was named after the Bionic Woman.
Truly?
Yes.
You're in acting now with this Son of the Beach show?
Yes.
You happy with it? Is it a long day?
Very happy. It's about time someone came out with a show like Son of the Beach.
Hot on the beach, though, isn't it? I mean, you wear those footy things, or do you scald your feet all day long?
I do have the Ugg boots, and it's actually freezing on the beach. So.
Truly?
Truly.
Because you shoot off season.
Yes, we shoot in December.
Oh, why do you do that?
It's cold.
Save
it's
money?
just the way, maybe. I don't know. Probably.
And you're in some movies as well, but not the kind that you rent that don't show up on your bill in the hotel room. You're in legitimate other movies, and you got some coming up, right? You're reading for something.
Exactly.
You're turning down scripts. I have one other question that I really need to know this, because you've worked for Playboy too. Why does Hugh Hefner always dress in pajamas? Does he not have any other clothes?
Hugh Hefner can do whatever he wants. That's why he wears them.
He's the boss. He looks smart in them. He's like one of those guys you see in Vegas playing craps and with the big, gold chains in his pajamas.
And a cigar.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Look forward to hearing your questions. All the rest of you, we'll talk to you real soon. Right now, we want to go over the rules, and they're quite complex. You get a point when you get one right. During the first round, the contestants will be asked 4 questions from the panelists. If you sweep a category, run the table, you get a bonus point. That's 5. 5 times 4 is 20. That's the total value in the first round. The winner in this match, $5,000. A chance to turn that into $10,000 at the end of the show by answering the question of great significance correctly. Right now, let's get this game going. It's Roger Stumacher, age 25, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, medical student, and you look a little bit like Sting. That was in your biography.
Yeah, a girlfriend I had once told me that I was stupid to break up with her.
What happened?
Well, nothing, but you got to stay with somebody who thinks you look like Sting, you know?
Sting's a good guy.
Sting is a good guy. I'm not like him in...
Can you sing?
I can... No.
You can't?
And that tantric thing?
Yeah. We don't want you to sing on here. There's a bunch of ASCAP fees and things like that. Now, you were born same year, almost the same date as Tiger Woods. What happened? He went that way, and then you're in medical school.
Actually separated at birth.
Mm-hmm. You look a lot like him.
Thank you very much.
Could you have been a big-time player had you just hit another bucket of balls?
If I were better at golf, I could be a big-time player.
So Sting and Tiger together. Your specialty, Tiger Woods. If you get that far in this game, of course, we'll ask you a very difficult question about Tiger. All right, you ready to play?
Yes, I am.
Let's go over the categories. Jamie has They Might Be New York Giants, playoff on the band and the football team. Willie has 60s Swingers. Bobby has Dishing It Out. Did you like giving out assists or shooting better?
Couldn't shoot that good, so I had to pass.
You're that kind of guy. Bonnie has Gold in the Cold. We are talking about Winter Olympics. No interrupting. Listen to the whole question. You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Willie McCovey.
Which rocket-armed Pirates outfielder won 4 National League batting crowns in the 1960s?
Roberto Clemente.
Correct.
Willie McCovey.
Which Braves slugging outfielder scored 100 or more runs in 9 seasons in the 1960s?
Henry Aaron.
Correct.
Willie McCovey.
Which Cuban-born Oakland A's shortstop led the American League in hits in 1968 with only 177?
Pass.
Bert Campaneris, Willie.
Willie.
In 1961, which Tigers first baseman led the American League in batting average with a .361 mark?
Norm Cash.
That's correct. He's done.
Bobby Hurley.
In 1988, Magic Johnson's record of 24 assists in a playoff game was tied by which Utah Jazz guard?
John Stockton.
Correct.
After 2 seasons in the NBA, which Nigerian-born New Jersey Nets center finally got his first career assist in 1997?
Yinka Dare.
Correct.
Which second-year Cavaliers guard led the team in points and assists in the 2000-2001 season?
Brevin Knight.
Andre Miller.
Which NC State guard held the record for NCAA career assists that I broke in 1993?
Chris Corciani.
That's right, he's done.
Bonnie Blair.
Which speed skater has won more medals than any other American woman in Winter Olympic history?
Bonnie Blair.
Right.
Which flamboyant Italian skier is the only man to win gold in giant slalom more than once?
Alberto Tomba.
Correct.
In 1998, half-piper John Semin of Switzerland won gold in the Olympic debut in what sport?
Freestyle skiing.
Snowboarding.
Which Ukrainian took the gold medal in men's figure skating in 1992 Albertville Olympics?
I don't know.
Petrenko, she's done. Jamie.
Jamie Berg.
In 1991, which New York Giants defender became the first player to appear in 10 straight Pro Bowls?
Lawrence Taylor.
Right.
Who became the Giants head coach in 1997?
Jim Fossil. Just couldn't get to that one at the end, but still a very good round. You got 9 points. Didn't sweep anything, so you stay there. Got swap places. Come on up. Brian Davenport. He's age 33 from Alexandria, Virginia. And Brian actually almost tripped and fell coming up to the stage. But that's going to happen.
Kenny.
Well, I did that in the championship game. Thank
Yeah.
you for noticing that. That was intentional. Kind of a Dick Van Dyke, Johnny Carson thing. You're raising your boys to be Jim Thorpe.
Well, that's what they tell me. But I guess I want to expose them to every sport possible: golf, baseball, you name it.
Jim Thorpe was a pretty good athlete.
He wasn't bad.
Your dream job is to be a capologist, and for an explanation for those who don't follow it, we're talking about the salary cap. I think Johnny Clayton is the only guy who can explain that thing. What would you do, and is it a good thing anyway to have it?
Yeah, it's a great thing. But the Redskins are in deep trouble, so I guess they'd have to build a time machine, go back, not sign Deion Sanders. But absent of that, I guess they'd have to restructure a lot of contracts for next year. Gonna have to push it way off. We're in trouble for a little while.
Maybe he'll give back the money just like Bobby likes to give out the assists. All right, you saw how the game is played. Right now you're down 9-0, but that's okay. How about we go over the categories and we can move along.
Okay.
Jamie has getting defensive. Willie has take a walk. Bobby going with ACC hoops. He knows about that. And Bonnie with great, big, strong people, humongous people. Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Bobby Hurley.
In 1998, which Carolina Tar Heel won the John Wooden Award over teammate Vince Carter?
Antoine Jameson.
Right.
Which Duke forward won his 3rd straight National Defensive Player of the Year award in 2001?
Shane Battier.
True.
Before joining the Cleveland Cavaliers, which Georgia Tech sharpshooter set the school's single-season record for free throw percentage in 1982-83?
Mark Price.
Correct.
What men's basketball team won back-to-back ACC championships in 1995 and 96?
Duke.
Oh, Wake Forest, he's done.
Bonnie Blair.
What future heavyweight champ did not get a real deal when he was disqualified at the '84 Olympics for an illegal blow?
Evander Holyfield.
Right.
Before testing positive for steroids, American C.J. Hunter won the 1999 World Championships in what track and field event?
Shot put.
Correct.
In what Olympic sport did American Rulon Gardner upset the great Alexander Karelin in the 2000 games?
Wrestling.
What kind?
Freestyle wrestling.
No, Greco-Roman is wrong.
At the 2000 games, 17-year-old American Cheryl Hayworth won bronze in what Olympic debut of what sport?
Snowboarding.
Women's weightlifting, she's done.
Jamie Bergman.
Which not-so-friendly member of the Steel Curtain later became the defensive line coach for the Dolphins?
Mean Joe Green.
Right.
Longtime 49er Ronnie Lott played his final regular season NFL game with what AFC East team?
New York Jets.
Correct.
Hall of Famer Gino Marchetti anchored the defense of what 1958 NFL championship team?
Baltimore Colts.
Right.
Which former Iowa defensive tackle was suspended from the Lions for the 1963 season for betting on NFL games?
Alex Karras.
Correct. Bonus.
In 1923, which feared Yankee slugger received a major league record 170 walks?
Babe Ruth.
Correct.
In 1998, which power-hitting National League first baseman finished the season just 8 walks short of a major league record?
Mark McGuire.
Correct.
Which Giants Hall of Famer drew an absurd 45 intentional walks in 1969?
Willie McCovey.
True.
Which Washington Senator third
Can't
baseman?
get to that one because the question had
Yeah,
to
I
be
know.
explained. That was Eddie Yost there at the end, but a great round for you. 12 points plus the bonus. You got all of Jamie's correct. So you go up to 13 and you're into the lead. Stay around. ESPN's 2-minute drill continues. We're going to find out who wins at least $5,000 last year.
ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Original Coors. Nothing beats an original. And by GMC. From professional grade people come professional grade trucks. To play along with tonight's 2-minute drill, log on to Enhanced TV at ESPN.com now. ESPN Classic. Time for the Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question.
Back on ESPN's 2-minute drill, getting set for the second round of play. But as is customary, we want to talk to the rest of our panelists. So glad they could be here. And Willie McCovey, what an honor it is to have you involved. Let's hear it for Willie McCovey, the Hall of Famer's here. You know how many kids grew up playing wiffle ball, pretending they were you and Willie Mays and all the Giants?
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, Jeff Whidden was always you, actually. I was the Reds, but I still loved you. And I got to see you play, I think it was in '79, back at Candlestick. You had 4 singles in the game. Right. And the other one where you guys scored the 21 runs. You do all these games, like, stand out, you can say, oh, yeah, I remember that day, I remember that day.
Well, I remember it because you reminded me of it earlier.
Spires needed a triple for the cycle.
That's right.
What's your fondest memory as a player?
Well, probably my first day going 4 for 4 against Robin Roberts.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was all downhill from there.
Not exactly. It's great to have you on board. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Bobby Hurley's with us. Your basketball career got cut short for some reasons that, weren't your fault, the injuries and everything like that, but you jumped right into something else that's turned out to be quite lucrative. He bought a racehorse, what was it, $1 million? Song and a prayer. Didn't do so well in the Kentucky Derby, got the lead and, ran a little too fast, but big things expected for that colt in the summer?
Yeah, he's already done some big things for us. He's won some big races already, so we're happy with what he's done already, but we think he's still got a big future ahead of him.
Now, your wife's initial reaction when you came back from the sale and said, I spent $1 million on a horse, what was her reaction?
Well, we had a cell phone conversation that didn't go pretty good for me. But I got things straightened out. I was in Florida, she was in New Jersey, so she couldn't get to me, but time mends everything, and it worked out good.
And success mends it too, because now the horse is worth so much more for stud fee. So congratulations on that animal, and thank you for being here. Bonnie Blair is back with us. You were here on the first edition of the 2-minute drill. You like some of the new changes? It's a little fancier, huh?
Yeah, it's not the stage moves and everything. Boy.
Well, you'll be moving later when we jettison you at the end for the question of great significance. But you're very important right now in round 2 because you're going to be asking these contestants questions, and let's get right to that. We got Roger in the chair. Under international rules, the player in second place starts the second round first. The only difference in the second round is these contestants will be getting questions from all over the place. They won't pick where the questions come from, but they will have something to do with sports. They're all with 1 point. Total value is 40 points in the game. That would be a world record. 20 was scored in one game so far this season in the first round. But that has nothing to do with you, Roger. You know that there's a difference between failing and failure. Right now, you're just behind. It doesn't mean the thing's over for you, right?
That's very nice of you to say, Kenny. Thank you.
You feel good?
Now that you've said that, I feel really good.
All right. Still no interrupting. Ready to play? Mm-hmm. Your 2-minute drill begins now.
What NFL team is often referred to as the Monsters of the Midway?
Chicago Bears.
Right.
Which former boxing champ signed a $137.5 million contract for the right to use his name on grills and other kitchen appliances?
George Foreman.
True.
Which Dodger lefty won the 1981 National League Rookie of the Year award?
Fernando Valenzuela.
Right.
Which Houston Rockets big man posted a quadruple-double against the Bucks in 1990?
Akeem Olajuwon.
Of course.
In what Winter Olympic sport do participants perform a triple Lutz and a flying camel spin?
Figure skating.
Right.
Which college football Hall of Fame coach earned his nickname when he wrestled a bear?
Paul Bryant.
Right.
Prior to his major league debut in 1995, which pitcher led Japan's Pacific League in wins 4 straight seasons?
Hideo Nomo.
True.
How many Z's are in Coach Mike Krzyzewski's last name?
None.
2. Wrong.
In 1999, Moroccan runner Hikam El Garouche set a world record time of 3 minutes 43.13 seconds in the race of what length?
1 mile.
Right.
Longtime Vikings QB Fran Tarkenton co-hosted what TV show with John Davidson and Kathy Lee Crosby?
That's incredible.
True.
For what university did NBA's Penny Hardaway play college hoops?
Memphis State.
Right.
Which high-scoring NL club became known as the Blake Street Bombers in the 1990s?
The The Indians.
Colorado.
Which left-handed Arizona State golfer was the NCAA men's individual champion in 89, 90, and 92?
Phil Mickelson.
Right.
Which Atlanta Braves saw his career derailed by vertigo in 1990?
Oh, Brett Butler.
No, Asaski. Nick Asaski.
What was the first Division I college that Troy Aikman attended?
Oklahoma.
Right.
Which 1981-82 NBA Rookie of the Year later became president of the NBA Players Association?
Darrell Griffith.
Buck Williams.
What was Y.A. Tittle's given first name?
Yeah.
Yelberton. Couldn't quite get that one out, but a great round out of you. You go from 9 up to 21. You've got the lead. Swap places. Find out if Roger can hang on at 21 points. So, Brian, you've done some gaming in your life. This isn't gambling here. This is science. But I understand you did some betting on the Kentucky Derby with your grandparents. They
Yeah.
influenced you that way. How much money were you laying down?
Very high stakes.
How much?
Quarter each.
Quarter?
Yeah. Bold Forbes won the 76 Kentucky Derby, and I won 75 cents.
That's not bad.
Great.
You can do far better than that. Given inflation, maybe it is the same as that quarter in 1975. I don't know. $5,000 that goes to you if you can prevail. You're down 21 to 13. You saw how the second round works, a little different than the first. Set to go?
Born ready. Let's do
Your
it.
2-minute drill begins now.
Which Rams Pro Bowl rusher signed a huge contract with the Indianapolis Colts in 1987?
Eric Dickerson.
Right.
Which Lakers big man shared the 2000 NBA All-Star MVP award with Tim Duncan?
Shaquille O'Neal.
True.
Which tennis major is played in Flushing, New York?
The U.S. Open.
Right.
Which St. Louis Cardinal played in a record 24 Major League All-Star games?
Stan Musial.
Correct.
What governmental organization was the lead sponsor for Lance Armstrong's team in the 2000 Tour de France?
U.S. Postal Service.
Correct.
Cy Young Award winner Pedro Martinez has appeared in the same Major League rotation with which of his brothers?
Ramon
Correct.
Martinez.
Which high-scoring Orlando Magic player bought Payne Stewart's house in 2000?
Grant Hill.
No, Tracy McGrady.
What college has produced the most Heisman Trophy winners with 7?
Notre Dame.
True.
What is the name of Columbus, Ohio's NHL expansion team?
The Blue Jackets.
Of course.
Held by many pitchers, what is the Major League record for most strikeouts in an inning?
4.
Why not?
Paul Pressey is the all-time leader in assists for what NBA team?
That's Sacramento Kings.
Bucks.
Who was the first head coach since Vince Lombardi to lead the Packers to a Super Bowl victory?
Paul Holmgren.
Mike Holmgren.
Which school now in the Mountain West Conference boasted 3 of the first 12 players taken in the 1991 NBA draft?
Utah.
UNLV.
Which skating announcer is the only American male figure skater to win 2 Olympic gold medals?
Dick Button.
Right.
In 1997, which Seattle Mariners infielder had a club record 24-game hitting streak?
Harold Reynolds.
Joey Cora.
Who was the intended receiver on the 1972 pass known as the Immaculate Reception?
Frenchie Fuqua.
Right.
In 1981, which Jamaican defeated Muhammad Ali in Ali's final professional bout?
Trevor Burbick.
True.
Which Big Ten linebacker was the Washington Redskins' first draft pick?
LeVar Arrington.
You got it. Right before the buzzer, right at it. 26 points for you. You're the champ. You get $5,000. Going to try to change that into $10,000. Got to say goodbye to Roger. We're sorry to do that, but we will get him a refreshing beverage on the way out. We're coming right back to just to talk, actually. But we'll have the question of great significance real soon.
Here's the answer to tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question.
855-3653.
Back on the 2-minute drill, Brian Davenport has prevailed. He moves along in the tournament into the second round. He's trying to work his way up the ladder in this summer-long tournament. In fact, he's seated in front of me right now. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Kenny.
Tough match. Joe Paterno is
Yep.
your specialty for the question of great significance. Why'd you pick him?
Well, it was either going to be that or 1981 UNLV football.
Truly?
The question would be about you, so.
A
I had to
minor
pick-
role in that.
Yeah, I had to pick an icon. Been going to Penn State games since I was 7 years old. Went to school there. Followed his career the whole way. Great coach, great person. So just hope that you guys can ask me a question I know.
We didn't ask for an essay. We just want you to answer a question, okay? No, that's great. Respected man, always turns out. And the thing is, they graduate, too.
Short answer, yes.
Yeah, you have a thesis that sports have kind of gone downhill in that. We'll talk about that later in the street, but we'll come right back on the 2-minute drill to find out if he really knows a lot about Joe Paterno.
Time for the original Coors 2-minute drill trivia question.
World's Strongest Man Marathon starts Saturday at 1, only on ESPN Classic.
Here's the answer to tonight's original Coors 2-minute drill trivia question. ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Saturn, now with 2 distinctively different car lines, the L Series and S Series. And by Original Coors. Nothing beats an original.
We are back on the 2-minute drill. About to ask Brian Davenport a very, very difficult question about Joe Paterno. We didn't get to be a billion-dollar company by giving away money, now did we? It is time for the question of great significance. You okay?
Move around here like a Disneyland ride.
That's what we compared it with the other day, like the teacup. Joe Paterno has been a very successful college tackle football coach for a very long time. It's kind of an introductory sentence. That means he wins lots of games. Let's see what you know. For $10,000, a total of, tell me, who did Penn State beat for Joe's 100th win, 200th win, and 300th win? And by the way, give me the final score in that 100th win.
North Carolina State in 1976, 41-20.
It's pretty good so far.
And both the other two, Bowling Green. Yeah.
Good man. $10,000 for you. Thank you guys very much for being here. Hope to see you again on the show. We'll see you in the second round when you go from 10,000 to 20,000. See you next time on ESPN's 2-minute drill. ESPN's 2-minute drill summer-long tournament continues inside your TV set. Tonight's winner, Brian Davenport, carries on to the second round. He's going to face the winner of Game 11. Please don't miss next week's matchup. We will crown another quarterfinalist that night.
Drill has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.